Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. In this week's Torah portion, coming at the end of the book of Leviticus, the Torah tells us that if we follow the commandments, God will give us a number of blessings. And one of the blessings, after a list of long blessings, in chapter 26, verse 6, God says, if you follow my commandments, I will give peace in the land. The great medieval commentator Nachmanides said, commenting on what that really meant, so that there will be peace among you, and no man shall fight against his brother. Find that to be a profound statement, that in the land in which we reside, that if we follow the commandments of God, that will ultimately result not only in keeping kosher, in following Shabbat, in celebrating the holidays, but ultimately it all leads up to peace between one human being and the other. Suggesting to me that when we have a common set of values that we can gather around, that it will have an end that is quite meaningful. That the end only happens because of the means. You cannot get to peace unless you use the means granted you. Our tradition gives us the means of mitzvot, of not putting a stumbling block before the blind, not cursing the deaf, loving your neighbor as yourself, honoring your mother and father, 613 different commandments that help us achieve that ultimate goal of making peace between one person and another. As I think about the land in which we live, we have a long way to go. Not that everybody should be committed to the mitzvah system as we Jews, but that we should all be committed to higher values. If we want our land, be it in Israel or here in the United States of America, to survive, we're going to have to learn how to get along with each other, how to speak respectfully with each other, even when we disagree. Not to demonize one another, not to cast aspersions upon one another, but to deal with the truths before us, to use the virtue of freedom with responsibility to ultimately result in a sense of peace between brothers and sisters. It doesn't seem like it should be that difficult, but boy, getting to that place has been a struggle. And we would all do well to think about our own lives first, our relationships with others, our relationships with our communities, our county, our state, ultimately our country and our world, to figure out how we're going to achieve peace with one another. A common set of values will help us get there. Amen. Friends, please join us tonight at 7 o'clock for services. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Shabbat Shalom. Be safe, be well. Have a great weekend.